Hello, I am USHAKOVA. Thank you for being on my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. A little bit about me. This is a channel that is focused on aging in the most exquisite way that we know how. And sometimes we don't have the tools, and so I try to provide some tools and some insights to help you along the way as I go along my own way, right? So it's exquisite aging at any age, because sometimes at the age of 30 we think we're already too old to find our mate, our soulmate, our husband, our wife, our partner. Then at 40 or 50 we think, gee, I always wanted to be a doctor or an attorney, and it's too late. And well, you're still going to be 30, 40 or 50, and what are you doing if you're not practicing or trying out things that that bring you joy? So I'm a proponent of and an influencer for living your inspired life and never letting go of your dreams. Not every dream will materialize into fruitful action, but you'll find that out along the way. Try another dream. But I'm one for living your authentic, passionate life every day. Give it a try. And so a little bit about me. This channel is all about encouragement, positivity, being an influencer, being someone who can influence just because I have skills in the area of transformational life coaching and individuals, groups, couples, and so on. And so you can read all about me on this channel, and there are other channels you can find me on. For right now, I want to talk about a subject that I introduced a couple of weeks ago, a couple of videos ago. I'm thinking a lot, as I imagine we all are, life in 2020, and what will it continue to be like for the rest of the year, during the time of pandemic, during the time of confronting racism head on, learning about it, if we don't know anything about it, and certainly healing if we're, have been victims of, and of just that kind of level of discrimination. So there's so much that's packed into these early months of 2020, and we're in the middle of it all, right? What I said a few videos ago was that I wanted to talk about the new landscape. And the new landscape I think of as living and loving and working in 2020 and 2021, because I believe that 2020 is the year of adaptation on a daily basis, of really adapting, of dancing to along the steps and learning the steps of how we move during times of pandemic, and not knowing really the greater global landscape of politics, what will happen in the United States, what will happen in Europe, what will happen elsewhere in the world. So much turmoil, so much in play right now. Today's video, I want to focus on loving. I want to focus on that piece. And I've been thinking about all of us who've sheltered in place, may still be sheltering in place, either alone or with a partner. Maybe in a long-term relationship, committed relationship. How's it been going for you? Or maybe you met someone right before the pandemic and you moved in together and you're really getting to know each other. And in either case, how's it going? And do you think you'll stay together? Do you think you want to work through whatever differences you've learned about one another? I like to think of 2020 at this phase moving forward, and certainly into 2021 and beyond, as the phase of post-pandemic love. What does that mean? We're not post-pandemic yet, but it will become that. It's what really matters in a relationship of love between two people. I'm not going to talk in this video about loving kindness and the general populace and the beautiful Buddhist notion of loving kindness and generosity and all those magnificent qualities that we want to give to our community. all those qualities are what we want to present to our partner. But I want to talk specifically one-on-one relationships. Heterosexual, homosexual, gay is not a question here. It's whatever that relationship is for you and whoever that person is for you in your life. I think we've had big expectations up until now. You know, we've seen too many images on social media, Instagram, Facebook, all of them, so across the spectrum of social media, of images that have been filtered out, images that have been, or maybe of someone 20 years ago, you know, just production images, I call them, you know, not really showing yourself as your best self, but as your authentic self. And those of us who have been single during these periods of time of swiping back and forth across dating sites and yes, no, you know, maybe treating one another in the most casual way, in a sense. Well, if this one doesn't work out, I'll go to the next. I think that post-pandemic love and loving looks like this, from an adult, mature framework and looking through mature lenses. What it looks like is this. I'm human, you're human. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect. Yes, we can be in love and in lust and have great sex and have great rapport and have great chemistry right in the beginning. Those are the best relationships, when we connect in that soulful way and we think, oh my God, I can't live without this person forever. I've got to have this person with me. And that's beautiful. And it doesn't last. It's not sustainable, because we begin to learn about also what makes us unique, what makes us different. And what I'm putting a challenge out to all of us is, can we be with someone we really care about and want to build a life with, want to build a long-term relationship with, perhaps, without being judgmental in that harsh way of, oh my God, you know, he's 5 years younger, 10 years younger than I am. What will people think of me? You know, I'm 10 pounds overweight, I'm 20 pounds overweight. Will he, you know, will he still love me? You know, these ways that we criticize ourselves, so we're critical of ourselves, so we worry about what everybody else thinks. The challenge is this, is to really look at yourselves in the mirror. Really look at yourselves in the mirror. And someone who is fabulous in the realm of personal development, no longer on this earth, Louise Hay, gave us a practice standing in front of a mirror. Stand there naked and learn to love yourself. Learn to love who you are. Every morning when you brush your teeth, say hello to yourself, good morning. Don't just pass by yourself. Really have a look. And when you see yourself physically, see yourself with, you know, coming from the heart and your soul and your very beingness. We are so much more than just the body. And to me, when talking about tantric sex, for example, and sensuality, something that comes to us from, you know, the East, from Eastern theology, from Eastern practices in, you know, India and so on, that to me is a soul connection. You know, it's an embodied connection. It's something that we experience as a couple when we are fully present to ourselves and the other without judgment. So love to me in 2020, the remainder of it, and into 2021 and into the forever until I take my last breath, looks like this. If there's enough here and I love you, if we have enough in common and we can make this work, and you love me, but we find out that we have, of course, some unique differences, can we live with those differences, or are they just too extreme? Because if they're too extreme and there are lots of other attending problems within the context of a relationship, I won't get into all that right now at this video, at another video, what those issues might be that keep us apart. then, then walk away. Yes, I mean, I have no judgment about relationships that don't work and time to leave. But there is not one relationship that you're going to be in, not one in your life, love relationship, that isn't going to come with turmoil, that isn't going to come with times of disharmony, that isn't going to come with tears and the gamut of emotions, from joy to anger, frustration, irritability, all these things when we live together, when we are together. So this video is about how are we going to love, how are you going to love in this pandemic culture that we're in at the moment, where we have to be very careful anyway. So we have the time to get to know each other if you don't know each other already. And you don't have to immediately say, well, yes, of course, let's go home together, because you really can't. If you don't know each other, we're in an environment right now that is quite serious. So actually, it's an opportunity to get to know one another through conversation, through how do I feel when I'm with him, how do I feel when I'm with her. I want us to look at love differently. I want us to look at love non-judgmentally. The gifts of imperfection, we have them. We're all gifts of imperfection. There isn't one perfect being. And how can we make love something much greater than just looking at our bodies? He's handsome, she's beautiful. Oh, she's a little overweight, he's a little, older than I'd want him to be. Forget about all that. Follow your heart, follow your intuition. I'm always asking all of us to drop down from head to heart, to listen to our intuition, to our inner voice. Be still, you'll get the answer. So loving in 2020, 2021 looks like the most enhanced, most generous, most exquisite way to grow older together. I send you my love, as always. I am so grateful that you're here, whether you stumbled upon my channel and you're meeting me for the first time, whether you're a subscriber to my channel, and thank you if you are, and thank you if you've struck that little notification bell, that icon, because you'll always get an email letting you know that it's me, I've posted my video. If you're not a subscriber, please do. Subscribe. Again, you don't always have to watch me on video. You can be driving and listen to my videos. This will be my 11th video. I've just begun all of this recently, and I'm experimenting with various topics that really have heart and meaning for me, and I hope for you too. So stay with me. Let's practice exquisite aging together. At whatever age you are, let's take this journey together. Have a marvelous weekend. I'll be back next Friday with some more thoughts on living, loving, working in 2020, 2021. Please feel free to share this video with anyone you think ought to hear it, or any of my videos on this channel. And thank you for being here. I'll see you soon. Much love. Thank you. Bye-bye.